Hello, hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
I don't know why my thingamabobber stopped at 15 seconds, but I think it's telling us to just do it.
It's time.
It's time.
Look how short she is between us.
Stop. Every time they bring up the short.
Because you're so little.
Good evening, everybody.
Yes.
You're here to watch me be harassed by these two.
It's Virtual Quilt Hop Night. And honestly, every time we go live, we like to have fun. And that involves picking on your mom. So
That's right. That's right.
Lucky me.
Well, hello. Welcome in. We're so glad that you guys are here. As you're jumping in, let us know where you're coming in from. And if you've ever joined us for a virtual quilt hop before, we have a lot of fun during these. It's basically a 24-hour flash sale on featured items. This time around, Annie's actually going to be stitching out a block.
Yes.
And one of our favorites.
Yes. And Linda couldn't be here tonight because we are actually getting ready for a market and festival. We're going to be on an airplane this week. Like, we got a lot going on this week.
It's a busy week.
Yes.
Definitely.
So she actually sent us some things to unbox that she wanted included in the flash sale for you all. So we're excited about that. By the way, if you're going to festival, we're in booth 1004 and we have got some really cool things that we're going to have there.
Yes, visit us. And if you're in the Houston, Texas area, or if you want to plan to be, it happens usually, I think, like very tail end of October is when festival is, if not the first week in November. And so, like Aubrey said, we're going to be there. And so we hope that you can come visit us.
Yes, we're going to have fun. So do that. So what I think we should do first and foremost is kind of introduce ourselves. Sarah, why don't you start? Because you're the first one in the picture.
Okay, that's me. Yep, I'm on the left. So I am Sarah Congdon, and I am a digitizer and designer here at Hoop Sisters.
And then after that is my sister, Linda Remmers. Yes, Hoop Sisters we're truly sisters here. So she's Linda Remmers. And like Aubrey had said earlier, it's been a busy week with Quilt Market and Quilt Festival coming up. We're getting on planes. But Linda sent us some goodies to look at. And then the next person over in the flowered shirt is me. I'm Annie Moody, and I'm the other co-founder of Hoop Sisters.
And the shortest.
And the shortest. And then the mouthiest is next.
I'm the troublemaker. My name's Aubrey Ellerbrock, and we're just excited to spend some time with you today. And keep those comments rolling in. We're going to kind of keep moving right along through tonight's presentation. I do want to start out with several pages of housekeeping items, but don't be intimidated. They're all actually good for you. Basically tonight during this virtual quilt hop, we called this one the ultimate gift giving guide. So we're unboxing all that for you. So basically we've picked items that we feel are perfect to get done in time for Christmas. So nice in size, really good giftable items, things that we think people in your life will really love.
Things that we want.
Yeah, things that we would want.
This is our wish list.
Right. Sarah, why don't you tell them about the next one?
And we have giveaways. So we're going to have giveaways throughout the night, just like we always do with Virtual Quilt Hop. And all you have to do is hang out with us for a little bit, and you'll catch a keyword on those slides to participate. And then tomorrow, is it tomorrow morning?
Yeah, tomorrow
morning, we will be announcing winners. So that's the only difference with our giveaways this time. We're going to wait until tomorrow morning to announce winners. So if you are catching the replay a little bit later, you can still get entered. Just make sure you do it before tomorrow morning.
That's right. And we just have a lot to get through, so that'll help us do that. And then we also have some major flash sales, which is part of the Virtual Quilt Hop Fun. And those are going to be as listed on the screen. So 20% off of all the featured designs that we show you tonight. We do have physical product, whether that be a CD or a USB, but the download is also included in that. So if you're watching from, outside the US, you can participate that way as well. By the way, I don't know how we talked them into 10% off this tools and battleizer. We legitimately never put that stuff on sale. We did during our open house, but other than that, I don't remember the last time. So
we're
the
gifting.
trimmer.
We're gifting. Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
So we will get to the tools at the end, I promise, but just know they're 10% off. And Sarah has it set up so that it is automatic savings.
Oh, don't blame me.
In case it doesn't.
Yeah, in case it doesn't work, that's who you need to blame. No, so it'll come off automatically, those percentages, if you're shopping the Virtual Quilt Hop tab on the website. And those savings do end tomorrow night at midnight. So this is a flash sale. You do have to act fast. But how cool is that? So just something to keep in mind as we go through here.
And then we also have free shipping. So if you have $250 worth of items in your cart and you live in the contiguous US, I hope I said that word right, you will get free shipping, and that automatically applies to your cart as well.
Nice.
You know what? I see number 5, and I'm going to go run and grab something really quick.
Okay. We also love to give away free gifts. If you've been around for a while, you already know that. But if you're new around here, just know that gift giving, we just love it. We love gift giving. So we tend to give free gifts when you register to join us for some events. So we will show you that in just a minute. I see more people hopping on. We're glad that you are here. And so just know we're going to kind of go through here pretty quickly. But before we do, Sarah's back with that free gift. So I'm going to pop us up on the screen.
So I know this is like our ultimate gift giving guide, but I think you can start gifting right now, right?
Yeah,
As like a hostess gift.
absolutely.
Should we have some stuff?
Yes.
So this is your free gift.
It's so cute.
It is
adorable.
fresh baked homemade pumpkin pie served daily.
I love it. You
So,
can make a pie and that.
Very, very cute.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. You can come to my house with it.
I'll give you
Yeah.
this. You give me a pie.
Pie too.
Yeah. So this is in a 5-inch block size. Super, super cute.
Yeah.
Could use it for anything.
Something fun and quick.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so just know if you registered in advance to join us for this website, the registration is closed now. So that's one of the benefits of getting in there and registering and planning to attend. So there's your freebie for the day. So are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay. The first thing is actually an unboxing. So this is one that Linda has sent us that she wants to have included because she felt like this would be a really great gift to give. We're calling this one the Girly Girl box, and we don't know what's in it. So let's find out.
And
We're just as surprised as you are.
The tag says to Sarah. So I
Does
get to
it really?
keep
Oh, let me see. I gotta check that.
Don't worry about it.
An unbagging, not an unboxing.
Yeah, an unbagging.
Okay, so here it is.
What is it? What is
Let's
it?
see. Oh, so this
yeah.
is
Oh yeah.
our out to brunch.
That is
This was
cute.
a former retreats. So you get 3 different projects with this one, a
Mhm.
cute bag. And one thing I love that she did, I think Linda made this one.
Oh, this
that
was
she
nice.
did.
She included sizes. and
Yes.
everything.
There are magnets in the side, so it can open up to be a little more open on the top, or it can be
Yeah,
a little
that
more
is
narrow. So I
cute.
really like that. Really cute, really simple. And you would make this using our hoop shape,
I love it.
which is our foam stabilizer.
And this is nice too because you can make it any kind of fabric, any kind of
Yes.
color. So if
Yep.
somebody you know loves purple, you could go all in purple.
Yes. You
Or,
wanna
or if you have some Christmas parties to go to, you can make it elegant to match whatever you're
Yes,
wearing.
that would be cute. This would be cute even if you make this to gift to someone and stick little goodies in there,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, chocolate.
Yes.
What else you got?
And also to go with this, that also is included in there is a little tissue holder. There's a cute little ribbon you can put on there. And on the back of here, there's a little pocket. So if you wanted to put your lipstick in there, you could make this cute little tissue holder match your bag, and also a little wallet.
That is
Isn't
so
that cute? So there's a spot for the change. It does not include the clasp that you see here, but you can go to your local quilt shop and they will have that for you. And then there's an area for the money, for some cards, and a zippered area that you can put your cash in. So that, isn't it a nice set for a gift?
Super
That's
cute.
just super, super
You want to stick
cute.
those in there? And I'll
Very
just put this with
giftable.
my stuff. to
Okay.
take home.
All right. It did have your name on it.
Yes.
I don't know about that. I did see that she included some sizing
Yes,
information. So
yes.
let's give them that.
So the finished size on the out to brunch bag, it is about 9 1/4 inches tall, and the bottom is about 8 by 4 inches. The top one closed is 11 inches and when opened is 13 and a half. So I showed you those magnets in the side right there. So that's what that means. And the file size for that particular bag is 4.78 inches by 6.99 inches. So you just want to make sure that you can fit that in your hoop.
And that'll be just about everybody.
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
And
so,
then
oh,
do you
sorry.
Well, you know what?
As
I don't
long
think
as
I
they
need
can
to read
do-
the other ones because I read the biggest one. So if you can do
Yeah.
that, you can do any of these
That's right.
projects.
And
So-
it's all on the website. So if you
Yes.
really love that and you go to the website after the live, you can read through all of that in great detail.
And you're acting right now just like Christmas. You're pushing for the next gift. Let's
Because
open the next
this one goes with it. She said this, the Girly Girl
Yes.
box, she put a
Aw.
couple things
this
in.
one does actually
So-
say to Aubrey.
Hey, now we're getting somewhere. All right, so I'm going to open this because
Okay,
it's
do
obviously
it.
for me. Okay, I need this actually because we're about to go to Quilt Market.
Yes.
And we're going to be traveling, and this is so cute. So this is part of the Let's Makeup retreat. So if you have a girly girl in your life
Yeah.
that likes doing hair and makeup, this is for travel. They actually put some thermal stuff in there so you can stick your curling iron or flat iron in here. There's even like a little pocket here for product. So this is perfect for traveling. And look how stinking
I need one of
cute
those.
this
I think you
is.
actually have one, Annie, that you travel
I
with.
yes,
the
I do.
quilting.
And that pocket on the other side has that cute little embroidery in there. And I use the pocket to put the cords in.
Oh, that's
Okay.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Okay,
smart.
so this is stinking adorable. This is just one of the projects. I'm assuming the rest of it is in here too. I'll give you that.
Alrighty.
And okay, so the other two projects I also need in my life. This is the eyeglass case, as you can see, and the quilting on it is just so pretty. I love the fabric she used too.
Very
So
cute.
you can put your eyeglasses in here. And there's also a little pocket here for maybe a charger or something,
Do
I
you
think.
know, is the eyeglass case done in one hoop? Sorry, I put
Honestly,
you on the
yeah,
spot.
I
Okay,
do
it might
not
be two, but it
remember.
looks like it might just be one.
It could
so-
be done in one. Honestly, don't
Okay.
remember.
And the last part of this is the makeup bag. So this is, I think, like any young girl would love this,
Yes.
especially
Stuff it with some product.
and just knowing that you can make it the fabric, whatever
Yeah.
she's into. Haley loves teal. My, is she 12?
Yeah.
My word. Maybe she needs this, and it has a zipper. So inside you can put your makeup in there, but it also has just super cute embroideries. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Like
are.
now that I said that, I don't know, but it's got a lipstick and lips. And then there's also a mirror over here. So just different cute, fun things
And
that you can
I
add.
love this too because if you look at this and you go, I could use that for something
Yeah.
else,
Mhm.
to put my scissors in or something. You
yeah.
could just leave those
For
embroideries
your
off and use it for
computer.
Love
anything.
that.
For
Yeah.
your computer bag with all,
Yeah.
all those
Labels and
cords.
stuff.
Yep. So
Yeah.
absolutely. So Sarah's saying you could just leave that off and then you would just have the beautiful quilting and the case. Same with the eyeglass case. So very cool.
I want to point out that this also comes with 7 cute little makeup related embroideries
Mhm.
that are separate. So there's a cute little lipstick and there's a makeup mirror.
There's scissors if you have a hairstylist in your life.
Great gift. For her.
And then obviously this lady here, super cute. And then the eyes too.
So I believe this uses hoop shape. This uses hoop shape, plus it has a thermal thing in there. And also the eyeglass also uses the hoop shape.
and if you're like, what the heck is hoop shape?
And
I
that's
would
10%
encourage
off,
you
right?
to stick around to the end because we're going to talk tools and kind of what you use these things for, but just know it's going to be 10% off for the flash sale. So this is the Girly Girl box. I love it. Good picks,
And the
Linda.
Let's Makeup retreat that we just showed does require a minimum of an 8 by 11 inch hoop.
Okay, perfect.
And now that is probably because of just one of those. And I think it might be
The flat iron
the
case.
flat iron
Yeah.
case. The other ones have smaller block sizes. So you can do those with smaller hoop
Yeah.
size.
All right, good to know. Good to know. All right, you want to talk about this one?
Oh, I don't know if you have been with Hoop Sisters for a while, you probably are familiar with our 3 block wall hangings. And we call them that because in the middle, inside the border, there's typically, well, always 3 blocks in there. And you can see we have an angel, a snowman, a bouquet of hearts, and one with some fall leaves on it. We have all kinds of in addition to that, a whole bunch of other 3-block wall hangings, and those are 20% off. They're regularly $35. So they're now 20% off that price. And it's perfect because if you have a spot in your house, like in your entryway or whatever, that just needs a little something, that you can change those out from time to time. And, whenever the holidays or the seasons change, you can go ahead and change those out. Now, all of our 3-block wall hangings will require a 7-inch hoop size. There's at least a 7-inch wide hoop size, with the exception of the snowman. Requires an 8-inch.
Good catch. Because I didn't put that in there. And we don't have these here because they're on their way to festival. But just know if you go shopping on the website, there's going to be more than just what you see here. And they are also 20% off.
So
There are a couple exclusions to this. For example, vintage butterfly, because it has a bigger quilt with it. So just know if it's in that tab, you can get it 20% off. Oh, we're going to talk about this one too.
Double wedding ring is probably overall throughout the history of Hoop Sisters, one of our best-selling designs. And I think the reason is because it is the easiest way on the face of the earth to do a double wedding ring. I have tried other different patterns and different techniques, and nothing beats this one. I'm serious. And we're going to show you why, because we're going to actually stitch out one of the double wedding ring blocks. So anything else we should say about it? Comes in 5-inch size, block size, and an 8-inch. And I'm going to stitch out the 5-inch. And I'm going to head over there if you guys want to talk about that a little more.
Beware of that cord. So this one is typically $49.99, but because it's in our virtual quilt hop, it's going to be 20% off. And we're going to actually show you right now how easy this is. All right, you're up, Annie.
Okay. So in the instructions for double wedding ring, I want to make sure everybody, can you guys hear me okay, hopefully?
Yep.
All right. In the instructions for a double wedding ring, what you're going to do, rather than do a stitch and flip in those rings as you're making it, you're going to be making a strip set. And the instructions tell you exactly how wide to cut it. And you'll just do a strip set, and then you're going to press the seams open on the back. So you'll need your piece of your strip set. You will also need a piece of fabric for the backing, and the backing is going to be a little bit smaller than the fabric on the front. We have you cut the fabric on the front because we have a different way of joining it together, which we'll talk about as well. And you can still do the normal Hoop Sisters way of joining it together, or you can choose to do it this way. And this is an option, but you also, if you want to use the wool to give your quilt blocks a little bit more dimension, you can cut a piece of wool, the size that the instructions tell you, and press the edges to make them nice and flat. And that will help your presser foot keep it from getting caught in there. So I have, in your design, you're going to, first of all, hoop your battleizer, and we'll probably talk about that in a little while too, what battleizer is. And then you're going to put embroidery bobbin thread in the bobbin and water-soluble thread in the needle. And we'll also talk about that in just a bit. And then what the machine does at first is it stitches just an outline of where the block is. And I have used the teal aqua color thread here just so that you guys can see what happens with every step. So then this is step 1. We've already done it. Step 2, you're going to take your hoop off the machine, and you're going to take your backing fabric, which in this case is your smaller piece, and make sure I have the right side facing up, and you're going to center it over the stitching from step 1, and you're just going to just gently smooth that out over your battleizer, and it'll kind of cling to it so it won't fall off. I'm going to flip my hoop back over and put it back on the machine. I also, out of habit, and because it's a good idea, I peek underneath just to make sure that fabric is still in the same place. And then for this one, what you're going to do is actually, I did press my edges out of habit. In this design, you don't have to, because we're going to put fabric over the top of it. So I guess I kind of told a little fib there. But you're going to take your wool that's cut to the right size, and you're just going to place it inside that step 1 that was your placement stitch. And then you're going to take your fabric on the front, and you're going to lay it right over the top of the wool. And I always pull it up on both sides just to make sure I have equal amount on both sides. And I'm going to do it in this direction also. And just make sure everything is centered. And then you're going to continue with water soluble thread. You will, but I'm going to use the colored thread so you can see it. And it's going to sew a tack down stitch to hold everything in place. And you just need to make sure that your fabric is nice and smooth so you don't have any puckers. And now the machine is also going to sew a pattern so that you know where to lay everything else. Okay, so then the next step, I'm going to cut a little thread tail here, is it's going to sew some embroidery up here and also down there. And that is just going to be just a nice little, you'll love it. The embroidery that's on there is really pretty. I'm just going to say also that when you do this step, obviously you now have switched from water soluble thread to a thread that is the thread color of your choice. And you're going to put that same colored thread also in the bobbin. We're going to talk about a couple other steps to make your back look nice and neat. I'm going to stop my machine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the set menu on my machine, and I am going to turn off my automatic thread cutter. Let me find where that is. Cutting off. Okay. And the reason that we do that is because since you already have your backing fabric on there, you want the back to look nice and neat. And sometimes if you have the automatic thread cutter on, it'll leave like a bird's nest as it begins stitching again. So you may have, by turning the thread cutter off, you may have a couple jump stitches to cut, but it makes it look a lot nicer and easier to clean up than a bird's nest. And I'll show you examples of right ways and wrong ways. This is the back of the same block that we're stitching. In this block here, which is our border block, I had my automatic thread cutter turned off, and I brought my bobbin thread to the top before I started stitching anything. And you can see it looks nice and clean. On this one, I did not. So you can see here in the corner, those are the bird's nests. So it's important that you bring your bobbin thread to the top when you begin sewing, and also that you have your automatic thread cutter turned off. Okay, it is time to add our strip set. So what you're going to do here is I would fold it. I like to fold it in half. You can match the seams on both ends and just give it a little finger press so that you know where the center is. And then over here, you're going to do it going in the same direction, your little strip set. You're going to fold it in half. That way, those little notches that stitched earlier when it did those placement stitches, you'll know exactly where they're going to go. So I'm just going to lay it right like that. And then I can open it up all the way, and then it's going to sew a tack down stitch. And again, it would, even though we're going to have a satin stitch to cover, it's just good practice to be in to bring that bobbin thread to the top. I'm just going to, oh, you know what's giving me a hard time because I had my thread cutter turned off. All right, so then it's going to do a tack down stitch. And I'm going to to go ahead and trim my thread.
Now, do you orient it that way on that block or this way?
Oh my goodness.
She's
absolutely right. She is absolutely right. What Sarah's talking about is whenever you do something live, you're always
I
going to
know.
mess it up. Is this, the stripe should be going this direction so that you get this stitch and flip effect here. So that's all right. Thank you, Sarah, for noticing that, because somebody else will notice it. We're going to continue on and pretend that didn't happen. And right now I'm sweating. Thank you very much. We might discover something new here. Yeah, this is not nearly as pretty, but you'll get the right idea. And now you'll know what mistakes not to make, because I made them for you. She came in here just like a minute too late.
I'm not that fast.
I think it's still going to be pretty.
It will.
Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to down in the bottom corner here, you're just going to do a little nip with your hoop scissors mini. And if you noticed, it did stitch that tack down and it went around twice. And that is so just in case you happen to cut one of those stitches, you still have another line of stitching there. And you're just going to trim nice and close. And since I have my seams open, I press them open instead of to one side. Makes it a little easier to trim it, and it makes the satin stitch look a little better too. So now what I just cut out of here, if I had laid my fabric on here right, would have been stripes. And what you're going to do is don't throw those away, because those will end up, this is a border block, you'll end up using that for your border block applique. So hang on to that for later. And let me continue to cut this. You're going to cut right up to the stitching. And again, I'm using a hoop scissors mini, which is one of our tools that's 10% off. And even in these notches up here where we have the embroidery under that, you're going to cut that close to the stitching as well. Can't believe I did that. But I will tell you that there are slideshows that go with all the blocks on this. And there's also a joining slideshow to show you how to join the blocks together. So it makes it much easier. I probably should have reviewed that before I started. All right, I'm just going to do another little trim here. And then I'm going to put it back on the machine. And the machine will, or the instructions will tell you what thread to use. And there's typically a thread that's going to match your background fabric and one that's going to match or coordinate with your rings that you have here. And I'm going to just use the same thread all the way through. And what it's going to do now, it's going to do, I'm trying to get unthreaded here. It's going to do some embroidery on here on the colorful part. What it's doing now, it's doing this grid quilting, and it's also going to do a decorative stitch that's on the inside of here. So you can see on mine, I just use that same color all the way through because I wanted you to see the quilting on it. but the instructions will tell you to use a matching thread. It is entirely up to you what color thread you want to use for that quilting.
I think they like it, Annie. All right. Well, she is stitching along. We're going to come back over here and move along to some more designs, and then we'll catch back up with Annie and she'll show you what she's been working on. But that's the double wedding ring quilt. It is gorgeous. And I put this one in here because I've heard, Sarah, I don't know if you've ever heard this.
I don't know.
But I have heard that most people get engaged throughout the winter months.
Yes, yeah.
And this is
Around
a fantastic gift to start working on through wedding season, which is typically the summer.
Yep.
So I love that one. Okie dokie. What time is it?
Is this our first giveaway?
This is our first
Woo-hoo.
giveaway. So we're hoping you guys are going to light up the comments with the word gifting, because we're talking all about giftable items during this VQH. Oh, there they go. They're already starting. So comment gifting.
They don't even know what they're going to win.
I know. Why don't you tell them what
What
they're
are they
going to
gonna
win? We're giving away $20 in store credit a few times tonight. I think 4 times.
Yes.
So you're going to be you're getting entered to win $20 in store credit. We are picking winners tomorrow because we have so much to show you. We're going to come live tomorrow morning and do the giveaway winners. Okay. All right. So let's jump into Set My Place.
This is a cute one.
This one is really adorable.
This is another former retreats project of ours. So you get 3 different projects in one with this Set My Place design. So you get the placemat that you see there. Finish size is 18 inches by 12 inches. It does require a 6.5 inch by 6.5 inch hoop. And then you get the placeholder, which has, oh, look, there's my name. You can insert a name, a paper. You can print on paper the name and then insert it into the little holder on one side. And on the other side, it says gather. And then you also get the napkins and the napkin rings. The napkins, I think, are just beautiful.
And this is a great giftable gift that you can get done in time for Christmas or Thanksgiving even. But it's also a really good gift for yourself if you're hosting and you just want your table to look beautiful.
So here's our napkin ring and
here it
the
is with
cute
the
little
napkin.
covered button on the back.
Look at that.
And the napkin is also part of this.
So pretty.
So very, very cute. I love that it all goes together and will coordinate because you can use whatever fabric is either in your stash or goes with the decor in your home.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute. And I need this because I never know which side to put the knife and the fork.
So it's precious. And I absolutely love the background quilting. It reminds me of like backsplash in a kitchen.
Yes,
I
right.
love that.
I love the applique too, how it's kind of works in there with that quilting.
Mm-hmm. Is this the last step? I think you could leave that off if you wanted.
You could probably
don't you
leave
love
off anything you
She
want.
loves it when I ask questions live and I don't
fly.
warn her. But I'm thinking you could just leave Sarah needs it, so she knows where to put things. But you could leave it off.
I think you could, but yeah, I would need it on mine.
So
you would
cute.
need it too, so don't make fun of me.
She's not.
She's right.
I don't care. I'll just put it wherever. But that again, great giftable item for someone who likes to host, or if you like to host, you could just make it and keep it for yourself and take that out when you have company over. So that one is also 20% off. And I love that you get all 3 in that. Okay, we've got another one from Linda. Annie's with us in this room, and she's just stitching away in the other room.
That's
It's not even
fine.
there. It's pretty
Pretty
awesome.
I don't want to
So,
miss the fun out.
I asked Linda, because I love, on the screen, it's the Give Thanks Runner. And she said that is not what she sent us. So we put it in there. We
did
put
it
it in anyway. We put it in anyway. So let's open from Linda and Illinois. Our
nice
Thanksgiving
giving.
box.
Oh, look. Let's give
So
thanks on the
before you open that though, can I give them some dimensions on that Give Thanks runner that
Yeah,
we were
the
just looking
runner
at?
is so cute. And while
Okay.
you do that, I might pop it back up
Okay.
so that you guys.
Sorry. We're
I
going back
love
and forth.
the fabric choices
Yes,
too.
I do love this one. So this one has a small block and a large block. The small block is about 5 3/4 by 7.5 inches, and you get a finished size of 15 inches by 47.75 inches. Okay, and now that I'm reading this, I want to double check my numbers because
Doesn't seem right.
something's not adding up, but maybe it is right. The large block size is 7 3/4 by 10 3/4, and you get a finished size of 15 1/4 by 43 1/4. So it probably is right. You probably just have to
Yeah.
make fewer blocks
Yep.
with that large block size. So
It's really cute. And obviously you could change the fabric. We call it the Give Thanks runner, but you could use it for Christmas.
Anything, yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
spring or whatever.
Or just
So,
to match your house.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Use it all year round.
Yeah. I want to keep all the things that we're supposed to be gifting.
I
Is that a
know.
problem?
Yeah. We're gonna fight over 'em.
Yeah.
So what's in here?
Let's see.
It
Oh,
looks
yes.
like
I
a
know
little
this
table
one.
topper.
Yes.
Isn't that
So
cute?
Our fall table topper.
Yeah.
This is cute. The finished size on this one is about 30 by 30. So it's a good size.
So this is a great size for like that. You want to have something on the table, maybe for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be super cute for that. Put
And-
your pie in the middle.
Yeah, and it would be great on either a rectangular table or a round
Mhm.
table because it's not super long. So a round
Mhm,
table would
mhm.
work with this too. And again, even though there's leaves on here, I mean, you could do it any color you want to.
Mhm.
You could. I like
Yeah.
the colors that she used to because the
Mhm.
leaves are a little more subtle.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I
they're
love
really
cute.
pretty.
I love how the gold fabric makes a little star in the middle, which is awesome too.
Mhm.
Yes, that is cute.
Yep, cute.
I don't think I've ever
applique.
noticed that until you pointed that out.
Oh yeah, I've never noticed that
Yeah.
either.
Okay.
Well,
How
hey.
Once in a while, other than laying my fabric on my block rod, I'll notice things.
It's adorable and it's 20% off. So good
Yeah.
choice, Linda.
Not-
Okay.
Another housewarming gift thing.
Yes.
If you're going somewhere else for Thanksgiving.
I should host Thanksgiving.
Hey, I
Thank
should
you so
host
much.
Thanksgiving so that you guys can bring me this next project, which
Okay.
is the wind down projects. So these are so cute. The pictures do not do it justice. We're
They
going to
don't.
hold it up for you. But this one is super cute to gift to. I would gift it to Sarah when she is not pregnant.
Soon.
And you'd
Soon.
gift it to me, right?
Yes.
So if you have a wine lover on your Christmas list, this is a fantastic gift. It has the wine charms and those wine glass charms. In fact, why don't we hold this stuff up so
Yeah.
you guys can see it? So this is typically a $45 project, but again, it's 20% off. So it's got the little.
So this
Little-
is kind of what the wine glass charm looks like. And then
So
on the
cute.
glass. And there are lots of different options
Yeah.
like
And
Mrs.,
on this-
Mr., white please, red please.
I love the color choice since it's wine.
Yes.
This like burgundy grape color.
Yep.
But they do say different things. This one says wine down. So
A lot of different
So you
things,
know it's your glass. How many
Yeah.
times are you at different things
Yeah,
and you set
you
your
set it
glass
down.
down and then you're like, oh wait, is this
Yeah.
mine? So you don't have to worry about that. And then I also love this. So
That is
this
very cute.
We've got several of these as well. So they can say different things. This one says cheers and it has the grapes. So this is great.
This
The
one
great
says
gift.
1 o'clock. And it's oh, that's too late. I thought it was pointing at like 3 o'clock or something. It was 7 o'clock, I think.
Oh, 7
This
o'clock.
one says uncorked and has a cute little wine.
And all
opener
that is
it.
on, we used cork on the project.
Mhm.
So
Could
kinda
you
cool.
you could do this with craft text too? I would think.
imagine you probably could.
Yeah.
Yep.
White
and lots of
trees.
color choices too.
Yes.
If you go with the crack. Well, with cork there is too.
Yes.
And we also have the mat. This goes with it too. Hopefully you can see the grapes on the camera on top of that cork.
Yeah, I think you can.
And then this part, she actually kind of reversed it on the opposite side. So there's a cute little cork wine mat here.
This stitches really fast and it's
I
fast
bet.
to put together too.
Yeah. So this is a fantastic wine lover's gift. So I think
Yes.
that was a really good choice for this particular live as well.
Mhm.
Annie, how's your block coming in there?
Right now I'll show them what it's doing at the moment.
Okay.
It's probably just about, you can go and peek at it if you want to, but it should be doing the satin stitch around here.
Okay.
And then after that, the next step is just the quilting. So that's all there is.
So if you've ever made a double wedding ring, you're probably like, what? That's
yeah,
so easy.
it's just quilt sandwich, applique your strip set, going the correct direction, and then trimming up to the applique, up to the stitching, doing the quilting.
I
satin
love
stitch,
that
and you're done.
the part that you cut out, you can use in the border.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
super cool. That's
Yep.
clever.
Yeah, I felt bad throwing that away. I'm like, well, we can make that a border. So
Yeah.
kind of saves that. Doesn't make you feel quite so bad.
Yeah.
Genius. All right. What's next? Let's see.
Ooh, Gather to Bake. This is a really cute one. So this is a section that was pulled from the All Good Things quilt that probably a lot of you have seen. If you haven't, it's on our website, but it's not under the Virtual Quilt Hop tab. Just this Gather to Bake section is, and it's regularly $45, but just like all the other designs, it's 20% off during our Virtual Quilt Hop flash sale. And it really does have everything that you need when you're baking cookies, which I do way too often. I don't know about you guys, but it also includes what you see in the picture, as well as the buffalo check border
Yes.
that is from the All Good Things quilt. So that's included in there as well. It's very, very cute. And this quilt section, the size is about 19.5 by 19.5. If you add that buffalo check border onto it, it's about 32.5 by 32.5. And it does require a 6.6 by 6.6 inch hoop.
It's adorable. Let's hold it up for them. So this is something that as a family, we get together and bake every year around the holidays.
We
So,
always bake way too many cookies too.
Yeah, that's why I just
We don't
I
learn.
just eat them now.
We don't learn. This little measuring cup has oh gosh.
Vinyl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Vinyl over the top to make it look like it's glass. It's very, very cute. Whoops. And then the little bowl of cookie dough.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cute. Chocolate chip cookies down here. And
I
then
love
the
that.
tea.
So
Very cute. Love this one.
Yeah, that one is adorable. And again, great gift giving. Like if you join people for
Yeah.
cookie baking, why not
Mhm.
have it and take it to them?
Yes.
So I love that. Or just hang it in your house.
I think you'll need to make two, because once you make it, you won't want to give it away.
Well, that's the
Right.
thing.
That's
we keep
right.
trying to keep it all, right?
Right.
Woo, it's another giveaway. I love seeing all these comments come in. Keep them coming. So now we want you to comment the word turkey, and then you will be entered into the giveaway. Just a reminder, we're going to do the giveaway announcements bright and early tomorrow morning. And we are giving away $20 in-store credit.
Woohoo.
We're like 4 times.
That's
so you have like
exciting.
4
Yeah.
opportunities.
So type all those.
Oh yeah,
things.
look it up. Turkey, turkey, turkey. Okie dokie turkeys. We're moving on to the most difficult person to shop for.
Yes.
The hoop mister. The men in our life can sometimes feel, I think, like the hardest people to shop for, but we got you covered. So don't let the name fool you. This is called our Father's Day retreat, but it's also perfect for any kind of birthday, Christmas gift for a guy in your life, whether it's your son or your husband. This one is really great. And obviously, with a lot of the things, you can change the fabric to really fit anyone. It does include a Father's Day card, but you don't have to give them that at Christmas.
Yeah.
You can wait for that
But then
part.
you're all ready for Father's Day when it rolls around too.
Right. And the size of this bag is fantastic. In fact, we're going to hold it up for you. So this is kind of like think outside the box a little bit, even though it's called Father's Day. This is a really great kind of overnight bag. You know what you should do, honestly, with this one is make him an overnight bag and book a trip.
Ooh,
Yes. Or he should make me an overnight
Yeah.
bag.
Hey, well, you know, is he going to though?
I know.
So sometimes you gotta take it into your
Yeah.
own hands. Put a little note in there about where you're gonna travel to and make this bag. It's bigger
very
than Annie,
roomy.
this
It is
bag.
very roomy.
It is huge.
It's very roomy.
Yeah. And
It
you know
is.
what? Honestly, I'd make that for myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like the fabric's cool.
It's
like
very
it's
masculine
very
fabric,
manly
yes.
fabric. This is fabric. It's like looks like logs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously you could change this fabric and have a really great size overnight bag for yourself, a friend. Look how big this is. It's
Huge.
awesome.
And it's
It's
made
got
with-
threads all over it too, but
and it's made with hoop shape, so it's nice and firm and
Yes.
stands up and doesn't flop over.
And
Yep.
hoop shape is our foam stabilizer if you're not familiar with that. So this is great to give it some dimension.
so there are 2 projects that come with it. Are they inside?
I don't know.
I thought I
can't see.
grabbed
Okay,
them.
yes.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
All right, so we're going to talk about these 2. It does come with a Father's Day card, but for Christmas, we're not going to make that. You could make it and just save it till Father's Day, but it also has these cool pouches. So they could put cologne
You
in
can fit
there.
a lot of stuff.
You
in
really
those,
can.
Razor, your
surprisingly.
deodorant. Yep.
So it's like flat when you look at it, but it really does fit a
lot.
ton of
In
stuff
2
in
different
there.
sizes.
And again, just changing the color, you could make it work for just about
Yes.
anybody. So you could put deodorant, razor.
I'm thinking of baby stuff.
oh,
baby
yeah,
wipes.
baby wipes in that one.
So that's a great idea too. So if you got someone like Sarah in your life expecting, this is a great gift too. So yeah, this one I thought was kind of a nice gift, even though it says Father's Day, we can give it for Christmas,
Cute.
right? So there she is, he is. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, we have another
one.
We're giving away $80 in store credit tonight, you guys.
That's
and
so
I
fun.
see you guys in the comments are super excited about that. So now is time to type the word Christmas. And we're going to kind of head to the point in our presentation where we're going to steer towards Christmas now,
Woo.
which is kind of a favorite, right?
Mhm.
And the first thing we're going to do is an unboxing.
Woo.
Linda sent us a Christmas box. And we're going to check out what is in here. I'm excited to see what it is because a lot of the stuff I feel like we shipped. So what do we got
I
left?
know,
What is
I
it?
know.
Oh,
Let's
yes.
see. Oh.
He's throwing stuff. This is
Ooh.
super cute.
It is super cute. Another table runner, but this time Christmas themes. Look at
Yes.
those stars.
Christmas star. This is a download only. So you'll get it nice and quick. Sarah, you should talk about this.
Yeah.
You made it.
This one I really like because it's simple. It's quick to do. The stitching on it is beautiful yet simple. And you could use any color fabric, really. We call it
Mhm.
Christmas Star. Our sample is Christmas colors. But you could definitely make this in different colors and keep it on your table all year long if
And
you
you
wanted
can
to.
keep going depending
Yes,
on how big of a table you
customizable.
have.
Yeah. So it comes in 5-inch, 7-inch, and 9-inch blocks. And if you make it with the layout that you see here in 5-inch blocks, it would be 10.5 by 28.5. And then I'll tell you, 9-inch blocks would be 18 by 50.
What's it
But-
called again?
Christmas Star. But like Annie said, you could customize it to whatever size table you have. You could make it into a wall hanging. Really, there are endless opportunities to get creative and make different things with Christmas
It's
Star.
cute hanging on the wall.
Good choice. So we are decorating your table. You have got everything you need.
Table and walls.
Yeah, everything you need to make your holidays wonderful. Okay. The next one is a very Merry Christmas. This is a fantastic gift.
It's so cute.
It is. And it's a perfect size advent calendar plus ornaments plus a mason jar. So you will want to have a 6x7 hoop to do this advent calendar. So if you have something smaller than that, this one probably isn't for you. But we've got the mason jar covers and the ornaments too. So let's hold these guys up. And oh yeah, Sarah, got careful on that cord there. You're making me
I got it.
nervous. Don't trip. Okay, go ahead. Tell them about that one.
Me? Okay, so here's our little wreath advent calendar, just a really pretty wreath applique, and then we stitch some buttons on there. And then you can use the mini ornaments. The ornaments come in 2 different sizes, small and large. Use the small ornaments for your advent calendar. So can you hold it a little higher, Shorty?
How's that?
So you can see, you can just stick those down in these pockets. And then I never know if you're supposed to start with them in the pockets and then move them up here, or whichever way that works. I always get that wrong. But another really cute option to use the smaller ornaments for is when you are wrapping your Christmas gifts. I love
that
doing
idea.
this.
Yes, I love
It is
that
so
too.
cute. Just use it as a little tag on there. So really cute, fun, different
Yep,
way to
very
use those.
The last part of this are these mason jar covers. So you could put like cookie dough that you made, like the dry
And
ingredients.
I think our instructions have some ideas, like you could put some nail polish, nail file,
Yeah.
things like that
Yeah.
in that one, because it just says Merry Christmas. And then this one says Merry Christmas, as well as kind of has a little cookie recipe on the top. And then I believe our instructions tell you what to pack in here.
It's a great
Right.
idea.
So
It's
it's
a
really
jar
cute.
cookie mix.
Yes.
So you
I'm
could
just
keep the
great
advent
last
calendar.
minute gifts
Yes.
for teachers.
I was just
Yes.
gonna say you could keep this part of it for
Mhm.
yourself
There you go.
and have a quick. Oh,
Yeah,
I
that would
forgot
be
the
cute.
neighbor. Like, let's
Yes.
take them
Yeah.
over the mason jar with the cookie dough stuff in it.
The Amazon delivery person.
Yeah, who's at my house a lot. So yeah, that is a great idea. Super cute and fantastic pricing right now in this flash sale at 20% off. Okay,
Your machine stopped.
Shall we see what my machine
Yeah.
has done in
Should
there?
we check in before we jump
yeah,
in?
once you check in on the screen, I'll just stay right here. I don't have to go in there.
okay, let's see.
There you go. It looks like it is finished. It might have stripes going in weird ways, but it's okay.
How fun. Okay, so how easy was that block for
That was-
double wedding ring?
It's just an applique.
I challenge anyone to find an easier way to do it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Now we're going to move into the part of the presentation. We've been trying to do this all night, treating ourselves and like finding a way to keep gifts. But we're moving to the heirloom quilts. Okay. Annie, why don't you tell them what is so special about the heirloom quilts?
Well, the heirloom quilts is it's really kind of how we started Hoop Sisters. Is we started out with, we called them embroidered block of the month quilts, and they were quilts that you would have to go to a shop's store they'd hold a class, and you'd get your files and be able to either stitch a block there and then go home and do the rest and come back the next month and get some more. And they would be exclusive to the shop for 2 years, I think, in the very beginning. And then we began to sell them outright to you. So and they're usually quilts that are bigger. We call them heirloom quilts because they are definitely heirloom quality that you can hand down to your sons, daughters, grandsons, granddaughters, whoever, any loved one, that you can hand that down. Or make a gift for them, or make beautiful wedding quilts with these too. I mean, they just have a little extra in them than what some of the others do, and just the feeling of making one and getting it completed and being able to give it to somebody is priceless.
This is not one that you're going to get it done by Christmas.
No.
This one will take a little bit more love and time.
This
but
is for next Christmas.
Yeah, there you go. This is for you. This is for
Right.
you to enjoy in your sewing room creating. Okay, so how about we do this? If you guys don't mind, why don't we flip through
Yeah.
Okay.
and then
And then show.
yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So it's time to treat yourself with some major savings. So the first one is the Diamond Skill Builder. And what I personally love about this is it comes with 2 layouts. So, again, you could maybe make one layout for someone, keep the other, or keep them both, whatever,
right.
however you want to do it. Regularly $139, but it's 20% off right now. And the blocks kind of aren't normal blocks that you would think of. They're more like diamonds laid out in one of the two formats. We do have kind of like 2 different sizes in this, kind of a medium and a large. So you would need a 6x8 hoop or a 9" by 11 And is it 3/4? Yeah. I had to squint for that one. So just be mindful of that. That is on the website as well. But how beautiful. Look at the quilting.
The
So
quilting
in
is
this.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that is, I would say that all of our designs have the quilting in them.
Yeah.
There might be one or two that maybe have minimal quilting, but the heirloom quilts, which we're showing you now, like I said, they're just extra.
Oh yeah, they're extra. So we got the sizing on there too. So just know this one is, if you love quilting like this that pops, man, this is a beauty. All of these are going to be though. So I'll just warn you there. So the feathered star, why don't you talk about feathered star?
Feathered star is absolutely stunning. As you can see, there's several different size of stars. Some of them are pieced. Some of them are pieced and embroidered. Some of the feathered star points are just embroidered. And then there's some single feathered stars on there that's just all embroidery. And it has a nice border that goes with it. And you can see the sizes of the different size blocks that it comes in, 9-inch through down to 5-inch. And it tells you what the finished size is. If you want to go bigger, you just make more blocks and plan a different layout. But it is just simply beautiful. The quilting that is on this quilt was designed and digitized by Miss Sharon Schaumburg, who is a master quilter extraordinaire. And so it's a combination of Hoop Sisters and the work of Sharon. So this is a gorgeous quilt. I think you guys would really like this. It's super, super easy to make. You're good.
We were just changing up the mic
Okay.
a little bit.
All right. And I believe we might be doing some close-ups here for you.
Okay. Did you want to talk about Charmed Adventure first, Aubrey?
I think I do.
Okay.
This
Okay.
picture, guys, does not do it justice. We are going to get you some close-ups in just a second. But before I do, I want to finish up showing you what other quilts are in this 20% off for these heirlooms. And the next one is Sisterhood. And this one, it's so pretty. It's got that like Celtic knot vibe. You only need 2 fabrics for this. We do recommend that they're batiks that you use. So beautiful. In fact, we should hold this one up. We said before, should we hold it up? We don't have to do it right now. It's right over here. But the finish sizes on this are listed because this one does have blocks from 5-inch all the way up to 9-inch. This is a stunning quilt. And guys, the pictures just never do it justice. That's why I love doing that open house this fall, because it's so much different in person. It's amazing. Okay, the next one is Charmed Adventure. I loved this one.
It's just fun.
It's
just fun.
And there's different stuff all over the place. You're not going to get bored making the same thing over and over with this. You're going to have different things to do. The center has a paper piecing technique in the hoop.
Yep, it's a paper piecing that's actually done on a regular sewing
there you
machine.
go.
So the center is slightly different, but all the surrounding blocks are done in the hoop. So a lot of variety. You'll learn a lot of things. There's a lot of texture and 3D effects in this quilt and some fun quilting.
Okie dokie. I think the next slide says tool time. Oh no, giveaway. Okay. Giveaway.
Let's go back on it.
Yeah, you guys comment the word tools while we get ready to show you some close-ups of these beautiful heirloom quilts. We can hold Sisterhood up first, and then we can show the close-ups. Well, you guys are all commenting tools, and then we're going to wrap up this evening talking all about the tools that are going to be 10% off for the next 24 hours. I'm
just going to hold up it folded in quarters.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, you want that thing. Sorry, I messed up.
On camera.
There you
There
go.
we
Oh,
go.
wow, look at that.
Isn't that
Okay.
stunning?
Look at that.
So pretty.
So as you can see with the close-up camera here, the pictures never do it justice. The quilting on these are heirloom quilts at $189 for a reason. And again, they're 20% off. I will say too, we have had these appraised, right?
We have.
And I know, I think it was Jacobine Journey, which isn't in our thing tonight.
You don't
Um,
have to keep holding it up. I know
okay.
it's heavy,
It
isn't
is
it?
$7,000 is the value when you go to insure it.
And the
Which is
thing is,
crazy.
sorry to interrupt, but the thing too is that the quilting that you'll see on here, if you think 189 less 20% might be a little pricey, keep in mind the quilting comes with it, and you would probably pay a long arm quilter twice that or more. So, and that's included in the designs.
Sarah's showing Feathered Star now.
And so here you can see we've got a feathered star that's all embroidered, and then one that has some piecing in it.
So there's like small, medium, and large feathered stars in this one.
The Feathered Star was also featured in a book called 500 Traditional Quilts. So that's pretty cool to see it in the pages of a book.
Yeah.
So there's Feathered Star. This again is one of those quilts that is a bestseller, I would say.
Yes.
All right, now
Okay.
she's gonna sneakily move over without making you seasick to Charmed Adventure.
So the center of Charmed Adventure, which I believe encompasses up to here, if I'm correct, this is the part here that is done paper piece on your regular sewing machine. And then you go back and you do the quilting after you make a quilt sandwich. So you can see the center has a really cute, it's almost like a miniature mirror image or miniature of what you see in the center. And it has some pretty quilting here. We chose some really contrasting threads. It has areas where there's like a folded edge that's actually, that's kind of 3D. And here too, we have like a pinwheel where the folds of the fabric are stitched going in different directions. It's been folded up, so it looks like it's a little bit messy right now. But if there's little pinwheels on it, it's just a very fun quilt to make
A lot
because
of detail.
yeah, every little section has something else that's a little special on it. And in these areas here where you see the sashing that's going through here, you can see how it has this embroidered star.
Awesome.
Once you put those blocks together, it forms a star.
Alrighty.
It's fantastic. So lots to choose from behind us, and the Diamond Skill Builder. So you guys are going to have hard decisions to make, right?
Can we answer a couple questions?
Yes.
One of the questions that I kept seeing when you were stitching was why we use water soluble
Okay.
thread.
Mhm.
That's like one of our top questions.
It
we always get,
is.
isn't
It is. And I wish I don't have a. Let me look around for maybe a good example of why.
Well, let me go get what you stitched, and then maybe that'll help.
Okay.
A little bit. I'm not sure.
So when you have your blocks finished and you're going to be sewing them together, you're going to be sewing right on the basting line, which is done in water soluble thread. And the reason we do that is so that when you join these blocks together in the seam on the front, if you don't use water soluble thread, you could see that stitching showing, in which case you'd have to get your seam ripper out to pick it out. But if you use water soluble thread, then you're just going to get it wet and you're going to be able to have those stitches just dissolve.
Maybe this won't help very well, but
We probably
you
have
can definitely see the
something.
basting stitch on here.
I'm going to look around for something. I know we have it.
But this is kind of what she was talking about, was this basting stitch that you can see right here, because she did not use water soluble thread in the demonstration. But on this block you did, and you don't see that basting stitch right there.
Right. So anyway,
So,
that's one of the definitely a frequently asked question that we get all the time. And it's just to make your life easier so you don't see that stitching when your quilt is finished and you look at it and like, oh, just get it wet, throw it in the washing machine on gentle cycle, and then lay it flat to dry and it'll all be gone.
Yep,
Right.
that's a great
Worth it.
question.
It's worth it.
Okay, let's talk tools while we have us
Okay.
on camera. So you can hold up the tools and
Okay.
talk about them, because we never ever put this on sale. And it's on sale. So which one are you starting with?
I guess let's start with this because this is usually what our designs begin with, and that is our Battleizer product. You can see a package behind me. Sarah's holding one. That's a 5-yard package. It also comes on a bolt at 15 yards, which if you're making one of the heirloom quilts, you're going to want to get the bolt of it. But it's basically a very thin batting, and it also has the stabilizer in it. So since you're doing embroidery, you need stabilizer. It's a quilt, so you need batting. So this is a combination product, so you don't have to use two products. And if you tried to use two products, it probably is going to end up being something a little crispy and crunchy, but this has really nice drape to it. And it's so easy to hoop because it's so thin.
And because the scrim of the stabilizer is on there, it holds up really well to like your satin stitching or anything that has more dense stitching.
Here's a corner where the scrim, which is used as a stabilizer, is definitely on there. So that definitely helps, like Sarah said, stabilize all your stitches. Our next product, some of the bags that you saw, we use our hoop shape product, and you can see it's probably 3/16 of an inch thick. You want to measure that?
That's very precise. I was a little less than a 1/4 inch.
And it, you remember how the battleizer, you don't want to make a bag out of battleizer.
Right.
You're going to want to use the hoop shape product because of its stability. And it stitches nice. And after it does quilting on the hoop shape, it just puffs up really nice. And I love the way that looks. So another couple of tools that we have that you saw me use today is we have two scissors. We have a hoop scissors. I'll let you open that one up. And both of these have offset handles. This is the mini. And the mini is probably one of the most popular ones because the mini is great if you're doing applique. So you can kind of see a size comparison.
This is just the hoop scissors, the regular size.
And the one I have is the mini. You can see how the offset handle helps you get down into the hoop. And then the hoop scissors mini, and both of them, but especially the mini, has such thin blades, very sharp points, so you can get right up into the corners and nooks and crannies of your applique. And then the tool that seems to be everybody's favorite is our Trimmer by George tool. Now we are on our 3rd version of our Trimmer by George. And do you want to get into history of this or not?
Yeah, tell them. I saw a question earlier. Why is it called the Trimmer by George?
Well, let me explain first what it is. It is an acrylic ruler, yes, but it is also has a metal edge to it. And that crimped metal edge on the side is what you take your block. Do we have one we can maybe hold up and show?
Well, this is a sample block that's already been trimmed. And so you can see that the battleizer has been removed right up to the basting stitch on the back side of that block. And that was done using the trimmer.
So the metal edge you put under the fabric that's on the front of your block and lay it down. And then you use the metal edge as a straight edge to cut the bulk that's in your seam. So your battleizer and your backing fabric and everything would be gone. And I will also tell you that we're not going to do a demo tonight, but on the package, there's a QR code. And the QR code takes you to a video that has a very thorough demonstration on how to use it. And so I would recommend if you, we probably also have videos on our website and on YouTube, but definitely take a look at that when you get it. And on the other side is another QR code, and that's going to take you to a free design download.
I'll also tell you, if you put this Trimmer by George in your cart, that free design download will automatically pop in your cart. And it's free, awesome. So
yeah, I'm just looking for it, but don't see it, but that's okay. But anyway, free design, free instruction on the Trimmer by George. You will need a 60 millimeter rotary cutter because when you lay this down, that metal edge does lift it up a little bit, and a 45 millimeter won't work. Awesome. And so we were actually, the Trimmer by George was invented by a man named George, and George and his wife, Martha, I always kind of chuckle at George and Martha too, but Martha would test sew a lot of our blocks, and she was actually test sewing the double wedding ring. And on the instructions,
it was the double wedding ring?
It was the double wedding ring where this was invented. See, made a plan and didn't even know.
Full circle.
Yep. And we had asked her to trim the bulk away in the seam. So the battleizer and the backing fabric had to go away. Well, inevitably, she ended up, as she's cutting right into where the seam is supposed to be sewn. And even if you tried a rotary cutter and ruler and you took the fabric on the front and folded it and put the ruler on top, you're going to nick that with your rotary cutter. So George was a retired tool and die maker, And evidently he's now an inventor.
Yeah.
But he came up with a solution. He went out to his workshop and he took basically a piece of gutter material and crimped the edges. He had a machine to crimp the edge and came in and showed Martha how to use it. And she was like, it was just a lifesaver for her, because after you've stitched a block and you put your time and blood, sweat, and tears into it, you don't want to have to restitch it. So George and Martha took it to Linda's store and she's showing it to Linda, and Linda's like, and that great invention. So she's calling me. This was so long ago. It was pre-FaceTime. So I wasn't able to see what she was talking about, and I did not get what she was trying to tell me. But anyway, when she sent me one, I'm like, I get it now. And it's just such a simple tool. And sometimes the simplest tools are the easiest to use and just solve problems. So, and a trimmer by George can be used on all of our Hoop Sisters designs, as well as anyone else's designs where you might want to remove the bulk from the seam.
Awesome. It's a lifesaver.
It is a
it's
lifesaver.
Popular. I see a lot of people in the comments saying they love their trimmer, as do we. Okay. So again, we just went over what all the tools were, and they are included at 10% off, but only for the next 24 hours. And this never happens. I saw another comment that said they have the original still.
Yeah.
So it might be time for an upgrade. You can still use it. It still works, but 10% off is not bad. Okay. So let's go over a couple reminders quick as we wrap up for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging with us and participating. The flash sale is going on through tomorrow night, October 25th at midnight. So if you put any of the designs and tools that we talked about tonight into your cart, you will get 20% off the featured designs and 10% off the tools and battleizer. So it's time to stock up.
That's automatic, no coupon code required.
That's right. Yep.
That's
Same
exciting.
thing with number 2 there. The free shipping will go automatic if you get your cart to $250 within the contiguous US. If you're outside of the US, that isn't going to work for you. You have to be within the contiguous US. Okay. And I think that's it. I think that's all we got. I will pop in here. The website is hoopsisters.com. And then there's a virtual quilt hop button and banner. You just click on that and you'll be able to shop those specials for the next 24 hours. So make sure to take advantage. If you have any questions, problems, or you're unsure of anything, there's our customer service phone number and Nina's email at the bottom as well. Phone might be easier, but it's late here in Ohio tonight. So you aren't going to get a hold of anyone until tomorrow morning, but she will be able to help you. So if something comes up, let us know and we will be happy to help. I think we did it.
Awesome. We did it. And I hope that when you make these, put them on our VIP Facebook group right here.
Yes.
So that we can see what you're making and see your fabric choices and stuff. We love seeing the completed projects.
Yes, 100%. And if you're going to Houston, let us know in the comments. If you're going to be at festival, stop by and see Annie and Linda, booth 1004.
You can get a Sarah baby update.
I won't be there.
She has to wait till I return.
So this happened with me at Spring Market
did.
like 13 years ago. And I said, Mom, if you go, I'm going to have this baby. And she said, you'd be early. It's your first one. You're not going to.
She was like 2 weeks early.
And she goes, do you want me to stay? I said, no, I want to have this baby.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so you probably feel the same way. Go.
Well, yeah. I had my first a little early too, but this one's hanging on.
Yeah. It's a stubborn middle child.
Yes.
All right, you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Go shopping.
Yes. Thanks for joining us tonight.
See
Bye.
you